What's up, page turners? I'm your host, Melvese from Written Words Publishing. Welcome to Writers with Purpose. At Written Words Publishing, we envision a world where every storyteller, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to share their voice, shape wait, okay, back that up. Rewind. Y'all know what? I am busy. I'm busy and I'm tired. On top of that, I'm super duper excited about our guest today. So let me just press rewind and start from scratch, okay? What's up, page turners? Welcome to Writers with Purpose. I'm your host, Melvese from Written Words Publishing, okay? Yeah. At Written Words Publishing, we envision a world where every storyteller, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to share their voice, shape narratives, and impact the world through the written word, okay? So if you value powerful storytelling, which I know you do, page turners, because y'all are here and y'all come back every week and watch this great show and hear what these awesome authors have to say about these wonderful books that they wrote. I would like you to do me a favor and like this video, follow this channel, subscribe to this channel, and share. Share. Okay. Now, today, I would say if you are a parent or a grandparent or an auntie or an uncle or a teacher, anybody who loves a child, you are going to enjoy our show today because our next guest is helping shape the next generation one story at a time. Dr. Lady Papillon is the author of The Adventures of Papillon, a children's book series that combines fun, imagination, and meaningful life lessons to help young readers develop character. Okay, to help them develop character, accountability, and confidence. That is what these youngins need. Through Papillon's exciting journey of growth and discovery, children learn that their choices matter, their dreams have value, and they each have an important place in the world. So, y'all, let's welcome Dr. Lady Papillon to Writers with Purpose with us today. How are you doing today, Dr. Lady?
Oh, I am excited. I am just, the words right now even escapes me as I am sitting here right now on your platform. And I thank you, Sister Melvise, for allowing me this time and moment with you and your audience. And all to come. Yes, I'm
Yes.
doing well by the grace of our Most High. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, just FYI, our audience, I stopped calling them audience. I try not to call them y'all, but I'm a New Yorker from the Bronx, so I can't help but call people y'all. But our audience is they are the page turners, okay? They are the ones that are out there writing those pages that need to be turned, and the ones out there reading those pages and turning those pages, okay? So yes, page turners are extremely happy to have you here on the show with us today. Tell us,
Thank you.
yes, tell us something about yourself, Dr. Lady.
All right. I do have two earned doctorate degrees, one in theology and sociology. I am a parent. I am a wife. I am a grandparent. I am a sister, friend, cousin, and all of the above roles. A little bit current situation. I am retiring on my birthday, the 24th of June. And so I am looking forward to the next chapter of my life, diving into being a full time writer, author, as well as other things, minister, and other things, transformational professor as well, just traveling around the world. And just a tad bit, a little about me. For more information, you can get the other books that I'll be publishing so you know more about me, but I will throughout these days give you more information as far as me in my personal life and what inspires me to write. Yes.
Okay, that would be wonderful. We are going to be looking for more from you. So tell us, what was your purpose for writing the Adventures of Papillon, the whole series? Like, what inspired you to do that?
Well, what inspired me to do this was just my love of writing, my love of wanting to be a linguistic architect. My great grandfather coined my mother, my late mother, rest her soul, a linguistic architect because she was good at taking words and creating beautiful sentences as she was growing up. And although as I was growing up, I was in more into the math and science. Yeah, I didn't really even dive into really having a love of writing, but every night my mother required for myself and my siblings to write at least one sentence about our day. And many times it was more than one sentence that we actually wrote. And so, with having that love of journaling and just writing, I think I gravitated towards that, and going through some experiences in my life and having children that I love working with children. That's another thing. And so I love to see their aha moments when they get it, get that answer right. And so, and I love learning. As people would say, you're just a lifetime student. When are you going to graduate and do this? Yada, yada, yada. And I did that, right? Twice, actually more than twice, but as far as getting to the highest level within my degree level. But I'm still learning because I love to learn in order to teach. So the more
Mhm.
information and knowledge and intellect that I receive, I pass it on to the next. And so also being a grandparent, when I first became a grandparent at a young age, I say that, having my daughter and my son-in-law, seeing them go through the journey of teaching my granddaughter, and then with me being able to do the same, I just started, kind of writing little things here and there, and I had these little characters in my head. So with the name Papillon, which is French for butterfly, my nickname growing up was Papillon, and so therefore my business is Lady Papillons International, and so when I would sub, there would be children who would call me that lady, or they say, oh, that Dr. Lady over there, and instead of saying Dr. Papillon or Dr. Lewis, they would call me that Dr. Lady, and so I just kind of gravitated and grabbed that name. That's why you see that name, Dr. Lady Papillon, there. And so I wanted to do a progression of the series as far as, from birth reading, from birth all the way through college age. So that's why it's a 10 series, a 10 book series that I'm looking to uh, complete. Yes. And
That's
so this
great.
is this is book 2. Mhm, mhm.
This is book two. Well, tell us about the character Papillon. Tell us, what do you hope children see in Papillon?
I hope children see the progression of growth and development and to gravitate um, further with an understanding of how foundational building blocks are very important for the next, and how preparation is so important. Preparation with learning, uh, character building lessons, um, things of that nature. So, yes, that's what I'm hoping, and one of my goals is that
Right,
children take
right.
away the importance of having a strong foundation, and how you build upon it in order to grow within their learning, and letting them know that learning is an adventure and it is fun. Yes.
That's true. Yes, learning is an adventure. It is fun. So I know the book explores how letters become words and words become sentences. So why was it important for you to combine those literacy skills along with the life lessons?
Oh, yes, because our story does not belong to us.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that understanding the power of the word and knowing how to form those important sentences to get your ideas down on paper will be that foundation of how you communicate your needs, your wants, your passions, how you would be able to articulate, not just in the written form, but also in the verbal form of what it is that you will need in order to get you to the next level. And so, understanding the power of the word and that the power of the of life and death is in the tongue, which is a part of uh, being able to speak verbally the word. And if you are not able to speak verbally, you know, sign language and other ways of communicating with one another. And so I think that is a good base and foundation and communication, you know, within building relationships is key, effective communication. And so
Mm-hmm.
getting to the foundation of the word, sentences and paragraphs, and really understanding why it's important to have a good grasp and knowledge of whatever language you speak, of that foundation to get you going forward as you grow. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. That is so true. I actually, it was funny because last night I was on the phone with my grandson, and uh the cord to his PlayStation was broken. He was
Oh.
waiting for the new cord to come, so he couldn't play the game. He's on the phone like, Gigi, I'm bored. And I'm like, well, why don't you just write a story?
Right.
Yeah, so he pulled out his phone and notes app on his phone, and he actually started writing the story. We created the main characters and the plot and what was going to happen, and he started typing the story. So he was sharing the screen, and I could see it, and I'm like, okay, well, you have to use a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence. You got to make sure you add a period. When the sentence is over, go back and put the period in. And I think it was a real. I mean, I think that if we would take the time to do these type of activities with the kids, we will see that they actually, number one, enjoy that stuff, and then number two, they will benefit from it. I mean, I see a whole bunch of grown people putting posts on social media with no punctuation, and I'm like, really? Yeah, maybe they need to start with book one.
Well, yes, and you know, I have several parents who tell me when we're doing different workshops for children, they tell me, "Hey, I am at that level to where I have to go back and get a refresher." And this allows me to get a refresher of, you know, sentence structure, of understanding certain things, making sure that we understand the meaning of the words, because we know that words have meaning, things of that nature. And my passion for wanting to create sentences and paragraphs that provide hugs to people. I love writing because it brings me that joy to where I can get a message over, a positive message to edify, as well as a lesson that is learned within the different little adventures and exploring that each character will do and perform. Yes.
Yes, and then these lessons that the children are going to learn from this book, it seems like this is going to be stuff that they're going to be able to apply to everyday life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Well, if a parent, reads the Adventures of Papillon, starts with them from book one, and take it through the whole series from born, from child, baby, all the way up until to college. What's one conversation that you think this book will spark with their children?
I think it was spark. the revealing of purpose, the revealing of purpose within one's life, right? And that's our hope and prayer as parents, that our children will um, know what their purpose is in this lifetime. Um, and as I'm saying that, other things are like being revealed right now to me as I'm speaking about it. But the main thing is to allow that child to explore, and as a parent, you be the compass to set them on the right success path, right? Because each person, each individual, each child will have their own path that they have to live, right? And we know
Right.
as parents, we can see things in your children that, oh, I see this child being an attorney, or I see
Mhm.
this child being a doctor because of their different little personalities and what they can, as I say, what they can stomach, if you're going into the medical field and things of that nature. Or if you have that ability to be that linguistic architect going into law, right?
Mhm.
Or going into
Mhm.
public speaking, or being a minister, or, all the plethora of careers that a child can get ready to explore and go into. Not to say that you only have to have one career. Many people in my family, including myself, have multiple careers, right? And so we definitely want that message to come across to where each person is aligned with their God-given purpose, so that they can walk through this journey intentionally. Mm.
Mm, mm. That's wonderful. So I know book one is out already, and book two is going to be released within the next month or so. That's really awesome. Well, what type of feedback have you gotten off of book one so far?
Book one so far. Uh, I've gotten mixed feedback as far as from the little children, especially the 2 and 3 year olds, because that first book is for 0 through 3. Right, you
Mhm.
have your big pictures and small words, just kind of showing how the progression of how the egg is being laid by that mature butterfly, and so we're walking through what the stages of a caterpillar on into the final result as far as the beautiful butterfly, um, um, and things of that nature. So the first book, I had one little 2 year old say, "Look at all the bugs! There are these bugs! I see bugs, bugs!" And so she was calling the little caterpillars the bugs, and then I had one of the little 2.5 year old male child to say, what? Why the spider? What the spider? The spider is there. And so in book three, we'll go in more into what is a prey and a predator. So in book one, we
Mhm.
kind of introduce some that concept of prey and predators, and so we're going to be talking about some serious issues in book five. That's middle school age, right? You getting into the kind of the heart and the meat of some things as a child grows and experiences certain things. Yes, so that book one was the fun one that I got a lot of smiles and a lot of oh, I see this on the page, and that's what we intended it to be, because we wanted to go, what is it that you see? What are these images, and what is sparking your emotion by you seeing these images, and now what are the words that are associated with these images and what they mean? Yes, so,
Right. Right.
giving them that
That's cool.
foundation. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring it up. Bring it up. There it is. I love your cover. What made you? Yeah, it's so cute. What made you decide to make book two an activity book? It's because book one is not an activity book, right? Is book
Right.
one or all of them going to be activity books or
Not
all
all,
of them?
not all. But after I did do book one and left a lot of space for the kids to kind of color in it, and they were marking in it, and I saw some children one of the daycares. They were just drawing their own little things in it, and making marks in it. I'm like, and so that sparked the idea. Oh, well, why don't I just go ahead and do an activity book? Now, book two didn't start off as an activity book, and then I said, okay, here we can put some activities to where you can put the child can put their name, they can write some words, write some letters as well, and write even a sentence or two, as far as their thoughts within the book, And so, yeah, I think we'll have probably two more activity books down the line as well. Yes.
Okay, so that's good. So not only are the children getting, life lessons, growth lessons, character lessons, with the activity books, they'll also get some penmanship practice in.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Some of that movement, because as they
Right.
move, as the caterpillars move, they will see the progression of their growth, and they will see you will see the progression of how words and how the sentences are formed as well with the words that we present in the book as well. Yes.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, tell the page turners where they can find you online. Where can they find your books?
Yeah, so right now we are at www.grannychatsonline.com. Grannychatsonline.com. So I had that's a part of a magazine movement. And so that's the other side of my other career as far as publishing magazine. And so we'll talk about that maybe at another visit. It's a
Yeah,
continuation part two of the visit as far as the two.
we could just touch on it real quick. If they go to Granny Chats Online, where they see your magazine.
Yes, yes. You go to Granny
Yeah, well,
Chats.
tell everybody, just let I'm sorry, everybody, not everybody, let the page turners know a little bit about Granny Chats magazine real quick before we go.
Sure, sure. Beautiful. So Granny Chats is a movement that was started last year, 2025, to create various documentations of memories of grandparents. Grandparents could be your biological grandparents, could be your maybe a spiritual grandparent who you have you use like a surrogate grandparent if you didn't know your grandparents, but those grandparents that had that wisdom, that you bring into families, in addition to parents or guardians or whomever, to document. So we spotlight various individuals from grandparents to grandchildren who talk about their memory and their experience of their relationships with these individuals who we call grandparents. Yes. And so we started off with Granny Chats, and we also have coming at the end of June grandfathers conversations where we talk about wisdom and civility and really bringing that back to our society in which we in this day and age we see we're at a low stance with that civility part, but again, going back reminiscing and how we those of us who are parents use the advice that we received when we were experiencing our relationships with our grandparents. So it's kind of like paying it forward and just creating some new memories, different memories with your grandchildren or even nieces, nephews, cousins or whomever the children in your community. As you get to a certain age, you're like, okay, I have a little bit of something, knowledge that I can depart to our young people, so that we have hope, that they will be taken care of and they will understand what life is what it's all about. Mhm.
So true, so true. Well, all you grandparents out there, you all can start by purchasing The Adventures of Papillon for your lovely grandchildren, and then
Yeah.
you can go and visit Granny Chats online and check out Dr. Lady Papillon's magazine. Yes, it's all types
Yes,
of
and
good. It really
sign
is.
up so that we can spotlight you
Yes,
as well. That's what we're looking
yes.
for, stories. And all our proceeds from that magazine goes to scholarships. Scholarships for individuals who are returning, older individuals who are returning to get a college degree, who are 30 plus. We also have little mini grants for grandparents who are raising grandchildren who need just a little bit of a boost, maybe need your electric bill paid, water bill paid, gas bill paid, just to get you over, get some school supplies and things of that nature. And then for those high school seniors who are graduating, we also have those scholarships coming in 2027. So you will see that we do ask for a small donation, whatever you can provide, to go in that pot for scholarships and grants. Yes.
Awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, one of our page turners was watching that. He says he agrees that a strong foundation is paramount for children. Yes. And Dr. Layton, you have set given us everything we need to provide these children with a strong foundation.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes,
And I
thank
appreciate
you so
those.
much for being a guest on Writers with Purpose.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, and I do want to state this because you inspired this. Our followers and our audience, we're calling them our word explorers. Like you say the page turners. So we are
Mhm.
going to use word explorers. Yes, come on and explore those words with
Yes, bird explorers. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. Word explorers. All right. Well, all you word explorers and all you page turners, we are grateful that you joined us today on Writers with Purpose. And you all go out there and keep reading and keep writing, and above all, keep turning those pages. And we are
us.
going to see you all, yeah, on the next episode of Writers with Purpose. Bye bye, everybody.
Thank you.